onto the keyboard, you are picking it. So what I want you to do now is to also clear all these things that you have typed. Clear everything. So if you want to clear correct, I wanted to show you the key, but now you know the key. So now I will mention what is the name, let me say the symbol or maybe the character, then you press for me. So I want to see brackets. You open bracket and you close it. Brackets. Okay, so this is a bracket, but this is a called curly bracket. But the bracket I wanted was the one on 9 and 0. Okay, yes. So now I want you to go to next line. Next line. Assuming you, no, not forward, next line. Correct. So you use enter to go to next line. Now I want you to type 1 plus 1. Then you give space, plus. So shift and that key. And that key you are pressing, this one. So you click in front of the one. Here. Yes. And now enter plus. If you want to click plus, you are deleting everything, and after deleting everything, this time you are typing 2 plus 2. 2 space plus, then you give space. So you delete and give space. Okay, plus 2. Then you give space, and you are now going to say it's equals to, like you want to give your child or your grandchild assignment, and you are typing a question or something like that. So maybe now you want equals to, so you don't need the shift again. You only press it straight forward. Yes. So now you put the answer. You get it? So if it is an essay you are typing, you end it with full stop. Then you type full stop. We are doing this, so you type full stop. We are doing this so that we will become familiar with the keyboard. Okay, so now press enter. Oh no, I will not say press enter. I will say go to the next line. So you have to know that if I say go to the next line, you have to press enter. Now it's closed to the first one, so go to the next line again. Correct. This is what it means by going to the next line. So now you are going to type how old are you, and you put a question mark in front. Yes. Correct. So basically this is how the keyboard is, like. So you have to understand where all the symbols, the basic ones that are mostly used, where they are, the letters, the numbers, and then some special keys. Some special keys include the, what is the name, the tab key, the shift or the caps lock, the shift, also we have enter for next line. We have a space bar for spacing in between characters. We also have shift here. Then when you come to this place, yesterday I mentioned it that we have some directional keys here. If you want to go to top, you use this. If you want to go to down, you use this. Left and right. You have the same thing on your keyboard. It's the same thing on your keyboard. Yes. Yes. So now you are going to the first question you type 2 plus 2. But this time around you are using the arrow here, up key. So go and I see. So you go. No, you are going down. So up. Okay. Another step until you get correct. Now it is in front of the 2, so I want it to come right after the 4. So it means you have to move it to the right direction, right? Correct. So you are going till you get to the 4. So you press again. Okay. All right. So now you are bringing the mouse, or you are bringing the thing that is blinking down after how old are you, so that we will type another thing. So you can use the down key, the down arrow key. They are all together called directional keys. Correct. Then you go to the next line. Because it is close to each other, you can give one space. Okay. Now you are typing, maybe now you are asking somebody a question. How old are you? So at this point, you can say, what is the name of your school? But this time round, type it in capital letters or type it in block letters. Capital letters, you are going to press what we call caps lock and use correct. Then you start typing the question. Like what's the name of your school in capital letters? Okay, because it's a question, you have to end it with a question mark. Correct. So now, as you can see, today you are practicing the keyboard layout. There are some keys that are also special keys. We call them special keys, or like, let me say, they are very, very, very important. But normally it is not to basic users. It's for intermediate to, let's say, advanced. They normally use those keys to do a lot of things, but I will just introduce you to. We have F1, F2, F3. It goes on and on up to F12. I'm sure you can see it on your computer too as that. Yes, so we have these keys and we call them functional keys. Functional keys because at a certain point in the lifetime of the computer user or the person who is using the computer, and depending on what he or she is doing, sometimes he needs to use some of these keys for a special task or a job to be done. So at that point, you now decide which functional keys you are supposed to use. Is it F1 or F2 or F3 or F4 up to 12? It depends on what you are doing. Normally F1 is common when you are doing anything and you want to get help. So in computer or in ICT, somebody can just meet you and then just say, Mama Tessie, I need F1. If the person just say I need F1, all that the person is trying to say is that I need help. So normally F1 uses, it's used for help. It's used for help. So everything you are doing and you need help, you just press on F1. Depends on what you are doing and the page or the application you have opened. You can just press F1 and it will give you the help or the way to do things on that particular platform. So I can, yes, yes, on what you have opened, on what you have opened, you want to get assistance. So if we come to this thing that we are using to do our typing, you see this place, we have help here. When you click on this one, it will give you these informations. But at this point, if I don't want to go through this stress, I can just press on F1 and then it will still give me you can see that you can just press F1 and see. Press F1 on the keyboard. Aha. So that is what functional keys do. Sometimes, depending on the computer, some of the functional keys does not work on their own. They need another key. Like you opened a question mark by pressing on shift and then that key. Sometimes they also work by pressing on a certain keys. Normally they are around this place here, and you see that they will write on it FN. FN. Is your computer having that? Yes, F. Aha. So if you see F, okay, it's next to the start button here. Correct. So normally some of the machines, if you press the F1 alone, it will not mine you or it will not work. But when you press that FN down and press the function key you want, then it responds. So in computer, everything works together. Like yesterday I was saying, it is the human mind and they have put them together. As the hand cannot do away with the eye, or the mouth cannot, like the head can also do everything, like they are working relatedly. The same thing the computer is doing. Sometimes you cannot get capital letters alone when you don't press caps lock. You cannot press shift alone and you get symbols. You have to press shift and then the symbol you want together. So they work hand in hand. So for instance, if I want to get a certain function key to work for me, I have to press the FN and then also press that function key. If I want to get this hashtag here, I have to press shift and then press that hashtag, meaning they work hand in hand. There is you typed it when you were typing the symbols, but then press shift and F3 and I see, depending on the layout you are using. So go to next line from here and then type that one and let me see. Okay, shift and then 3. No, yes, shift and 3, you press them together. No, then your keyboard, the 3 is rather arrow sign, but I saw it when you were typing it. It's on one of the, but this is how it looks like. You see the keyboard I have opened here, you see this 3. On top of this 3, you see the hashtag. It's like a ladder. It's so yours will be on a different, what's the name? T. Correct. So this is what we call hashtag. It is normally used when you come to social media. When you come to social media, for everything that you are doing to trend, you have to hashtag it. That is why it has gotten a name like that, hashtag. Because if I type on social media and I add hashtag Gipper, you also type and add hashtag Gipper, then we get 1,000 people and type hashtag Gipper. Within 24 hours, it is likely that if you go to social media, Gipper as a name will be trending. That is how come information trends on social media. So you go and then let's say trending means the thing is spreading, is viral, like everybody has access to. Uh, 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 so when you just see that the thing is trending. So today, like yesterday and today, what was trending is this conference that the church development program. So everybody was hashtagging it. At the end of the day, that particular program, they organized a national development program for all the political leaders and then the national, what's the name, imams, and then all churches at PCC, Pentecost Convention Center, yesterday, today, and it's like tomorrow or something like that. It's on social media, it's on YouTube, and the purpose of the agenda, vision and the goal as a country, and it's first of its kind. So everybody, I mean, hashtagging that thing, making it go viral. Yesterday they did it, today they've done it, and it's like tomorrow they will. Yes, yeah. So that is hashtag for you. It's very powerful when people start using it on social platforms. Yes, yes. So now we also look at let's say you go to the next line after the hashtag, and then let's type some two. Let's say my name is, you are mixing the letters. My name is, and when you are starting a sentence, the mine will be capital. So you have to start my name is, and when you get to the name, every name is capital. So you are doing that, and I see. Uh-huh. Yes, because you are starting it as a sentence. So my name is, let's continue. Then you put your name, but you cannot type your name in small letters, so the first one will be capital. That is what I was saying. Correct. Then you can end by saying like, oh, correct. Then maybe you go to next line, and then when you go to next line, you can say maybe where you come from. So okay. Okay, so basically you have been able to combine capital letters and small letters to form a sentence. So now I am pretty sure that what is left for you to get more understanding when it comes to the keyboard is constant practice. Because for tonight, if I even say we have closed for the day, what I wanted to teach you has been achieved. The only thing that is left is constant practice, because I wanted you to understand that when you pick the keyboard, this is where symbols are, this is how you get symbols, this is how you get letters, this is where functional keys are, and this is where shift and tab are. This is what they also do when you want to use them. So if we are to look at theory and where the directional keys are also located, theory, we have finished keyboard, but what is left is constant practice, because constant practice will make the work more easily. You see, yesterday when we were closing, you realize that how to drag and drop folder and images were very simple, because you practice it continuously for like 5 minutes. That is how come you realize that dragging and dropping were simple. The same thing, the keyboard that we are learning is also very simple, but it will be very simple when you constantly practice it. So as I keep saying, the laptop is your machine. You bought it, you have to use it. You don't have to be afraid of it. Don't let the machine scare you. Always on the machine, practice, practice, practice. When you are practicing and you have challenge, you WhatsApp me. If I'm available, I'll just come. Every day, somebody said, like, if you're able to do one thing, continuously, like 1 hour every day, it becomes like a habit or something like that, and before you realize, you are good to go. So every day you have to say, maybe before I sleep, whether we have class or we don't have class, every day I open the machine and do 1 or 2 things. And the more you keep doing, the more you keep doing, the more you keep doing, I bet you 1 year will not come. You may start doing some things and it will shock people how you manage to do those things, because they didn't know you to be, that type that love computer like that. It's about practicing. So basically, the keyboard and what I wanted you to know inside the keyboard for today, I have achieved. The only thing is you have to keep practicing it. But then we used Notepad to do the rehearsals. We will use Microsoft Word, and that one is something that we will take our time, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, to learn the things that are inside. Have been disconnected so you can accept it. So we will take like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to learn what is inside Microsoft Word. That one we will not rush. Yes, when we get to Microsoft Word, we will not rush, because we have to take our time and then go through it very well, so that whenever you open Microsoft Word, you can do a lot of things for yourself. So for the keyboard, if no question as you are seeing there, then we are done with the keyboard. I don't know if you have questions for the keyboard. Asking if you have any question for the keyboard.
Yeah, I also realized that the F6,
Okay.
there's microphone and a sign
Okay.
on top of it.
Okay.
There's a microphone sign. And
So according to the what's the name, the keyboard I am having here, we have speaker sign, microphone sign, light, and other things. I don't know if your own is like that. What those things? Sometimes some of them is like make the thing bright more, and then the other one is So read in order how it is, and let me see where you can see the speaker. You see how the speaker is here. You can see it on one of the function keys. And it's having minus and plus. Okay, the escape sign, what it does is that maybe you are doing something and you want to go back, like escape from. Yes. And then this one, the tab here too, I didn't mention. You will normally use the tab when you are typing in, let's say, Microsoft Word or any other environment. It will help you to go to the next line very fast than using the enter or. And sometimes when you are using the enter, it will restrict you when you are, for instance, in a Microsoft Excel. The enter will let the key, the box expand. But you want to go to the new box, you can use the tab. But I wanted to explain. Yes, one is volume, one is mute. We can see one B is having like Wi-Fi symbol. If you press on that thing, then you will never get connection to your Wi-Fi unless you on it. So those things, we don't tamper with them. Some of them, one is like having mouse symbol. I don't know if it's like that. If you press on that, mouse will not work. Do you like the lights? Which key is that? And which symbol is on top? Which which symbol? Yes, F6, but the thing there is that is what I was saying. That is what I was saying. That if you press them, it is going to prevent certain things from your computer. So as you can see, when you Mbacha, can you hear me? What I am saying is that the key that you pressed, if you press again, it will mute the speaker. So assuming we are doing the call on the laptop, you will not hear me. So you see where the mouse is. You see where the mouse is here. This speaker here. If you like press that function key again, you see that there will be a cross here. This one. So try that again. You see that. So the importance of that key is that, one, if your computer is playing music and you realize that the speaker is not coming or you are not hearing volume, you have to first of all go and check whether that key is on or not. Because if that key is on, you see that this speaker volume here will be times. It will be times like this. And when it becomes times, it means you won't be able to, hear the voice of the music, or even when you are doing Zoom. So when you are doing Zoom and by mistake you press on that key, you see that this one, it will turn red or it will mark, so you won't be able to hear sound. The same thing applies to the microphone and other things. If you press them without knowing, you will talk and talk and talk and talk. Nobody will hear your voice. We also have mouse on too there. When you press it by mistake, you will roll your mouse and roll and roll and roll. The mouse will not work. And you will say your computer is faulty. But before you realize, it's a certain key or functional key that has been pressed on. We also have the lightning part. You can see some of the keyboards also have lights on them, that when you press them, the more you press, the brightness of the computer keeps going up, going up, going up. So it depends on the layout of the keyboard that you are using. Yes. Yes. So uh yes, so it's 8:45 now. If there is no question on the keyboard, then what I'll do is I'll leave you to prepare. But as I said, any day, any time before you sleep, or maybe before, like, you can give yourself a time every day. Maybe my break time or my free time, I'll just visit my computer, do something small, small, like that. Yes. So no question, then we will end here so that you do preparation for the meeting. Thank you very much.